funny. I wasn't here when you didn't ask me that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me how many brothers and sisters you have, when they were born, and what memories do you have of each of them from when you were growing up?
Well, first of all, I'll roughly tell you when they were born. Obviously, my oldest brother, Andy, was born in July. And my memory of him is fishing with him in the canals in Clewiston. And
That's all true. I got pictures.
And almost one time, if he recalls this, me stepping on a rattlesnake or a water moccasin that was curled up right there along the edge of the canal. And I remember water skiing, being pulled behind the truck in those same canals where the moccasin was, which I still can't figure out why we believed that we weren't going to get bit by those.
I told her about alligators in the lake that we used to ski around to.
Yeah. You know, I've talked about this with some of my other adult cousins who say, when those old fat Griffin boys would tell us that you'll be fine, go ahead and get in the water, and we just said, oh, okay. And then the snake could go by or an alligator, but by God, if they said we were safe, so we didn't. Anyhow, my next brother was Fred, your dad. And my memory of him was, of course, he was the one who always had me on his team. Maybe by default. Maybe Andy and John wouldn't take me, so he did. And
Two losers.
he became a little protective, perhaps more overprotective than the other two. And John, the one closest in age to me, born in January. By the way, Fred was born in November. Same day as my cousin Debbie and my best buddy Karen. John, as I mentioned earlier, we called him the golden boy because my mom seemed to have a soft spot for him, although we found him to be a pain in the butt. Anyhow, John and I were close in age, so a lot of our friends were similar. He was only a year ahead of me in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean that Daddy was overprotective of you? What did that look like?
Well, he beat some kid up on the football field one time because I was waiting after school for him to drive us home. And then when I was standing up there in the stadium bleachers there, as much of a stadium as you could call Clewiston High School, some kid yelled some obscenity up to me. And so I left and went down to the car and had told one of the other people there, and they went and told Fred as he was walking out of the school, and he stormed right straight onto the football field, grabbed the guy by the neck, started choking him. All the coaches come running over and grabbed him. That's what I mean by a little overprotective. Bit extreme.
Do you know the story of Fred saving Becky's life?
No. What's that story?
You don't remember either, do you?
Probably not.
It was at Young's Lake,
No, I don't remember.
which is just off Griffin Road, just down from Roth's fruit stand.
Okay.
Just before you get to the turnpike, if you look to
There's
your
a
right,
park back
see
in
it?
there now, yeah.
A big lake there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there swimming. Becky was a little kid, and Becky went off the drop off because a lot of lakes had that because they used to dig them real deep.
Mm-hmm.
And Fred got in and saved her.
There you have it.
I've been pissed.
Andy's probably the one that told me to go over to that area.
I'm the one that pushed you out there. That's a total lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, everything's true except that last part.
you didn't try to murder your sister. We'll make sure that's recorded.
I did throw her on the snake, though.
Yeah, somebody, I think I was on the back of a bicycle with you, Andy, that I still have a scar to
Oh,
show.
shit. Yes, I remember that.
Yep.
I got my ass beat for that. And
Nice big
And
scar
you're
on
the-
my ankle from...
That's right. It was right in here.
Yeah.
You were the
chopped
dumbass
up.
that put it in the spokes. It
Well,
wasn't
you
me.
were the older brother. You're supposed to tell me to be careful.
That same day, I had smashed my goddamn finger in the car door.
That's karma. Karma.
I don't remember which one I did first, but
Yeah, and they dropped something on my head, my brothers. Something, a heavy pole. When they
well,
were
that was a
trying-
pipe. That was not your
excuse
brother's.
me, a pipe. Who was
That
that?
was Frank and
Oh, my cousins.
Frank Griffin and somebody Goolsby.
Really?
I don't remember.
See what I've had to live
Which
with my whole life? Trying to just keep my head above water.
They were using that pipe to knock the coconuts down.
Yeah, I remember
And this
that
ain't
part.
the same time when John got hit in the
jeez.
hit in the head with a coconut. But they've never been the same.
Yeah. For obvious reasons.
We have no idea how they would have been.
Yeah.
If only. If only.
Yeah.